don't tighten these up too tight. And then you pull them up to get some down some to you.
Yeah, I know it. Upside down, you can go.
Long way down there.
Got somebody ready to pull file? Go up again. Okay, come on down. See that?
Oh, I won't put that up today. I might do it tomorrow.
We want here. They say you, somebody's telling me you have programs here every Friday.
Yep.
Right.
Hey, everybody. Thank you, Steve. I tell you, it's a true honor to be here and, of course, have this memorial flag here to bring awareness of these fallen heroes. When I was young, I remember running up and down these steps, doing suicides and stopping to remember all those from World War II, Vietnam, all those who made the ultimate sacrifice, and felt the obligation myself to do my time for my country, for those that did it before me. And all these mentors and inspirations, all the veterans that are down here today that stood there while I was serving and continue to stay here while we fight this war on terror, and it continues today. Many are out there sacrificing. As you will see today, we're sadly adding 8 tags to this flag, which will make a total of 7,073 total tags. Behind each of these tags is a personal story of heroism. So I encourage everybody to take a look at a tag, a random one on here, and read a story. I do it all the time. And you read the most interesting things about these individuals and what they've done and the sacrifices they've made for this country. But I want to tell you a little bit about the ones that will be added today. Thomas Dudley, he was a staff sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. He enlisted straight out of high school like his father did at age 18. He was tragically killed on an Osprey during a combat mission in Afghanistan, the Helmand province. He was 29 years old, and it was 2 weeks before he was supposed to go home to his family. He had a wife, Mary, and 3 children. Joseph Brazino, he was a PFC in the Army. He was injured early in Iraq. He was on a mission where he was tragically shot in the neck. He was blind, paralyzed, and suffered many wounds from that. He couldn't even speak. But his mother and his father quit their jobs and took out all their savings to take care of Jay. He was a true American hero that actually enlisted early in the reserves at the age of 17. So they took care of him there in Northern Virginia here, kind of Fredericksburg area, for 16 years before he succumbed to his wounds. And tragically, we'll be placing his tag up there today. Chris Chambers, Navy SEAL, and Nathan Ingram, also known as Gage. Chris was from Massachusetts and Gage was from Texas. They were tragically killed on a mission where they were taking down a ship that was full of Iranian weapons. Chambers actually went into the water and Gage went in to save his life. which reminds me of a vow that we all take, every branch, including Rangers, Navy SEALs, Special Forces, Marine Recon. But I always remember the fifth stage of the Ranger Creed: never shall I leave a fallen comrade to fall into the hands of the enemy, and under no circumstances shall I ever embarrass my country. We all live by that, and that's what happened that day. And he went in to get them, and none of them ever came back from that. We'll be placing their names today. And tragically, 3 others that were with the Georgia Reserves: Kennedy Saunders, Brianna Moffitt, and Williams Rivers. They all served in the Army as part of an engineer battalion that was hit by a drone attack when they were in Jordan, right on the Syrian border. They all signed the line, they all knew what they were doing, and they made that sacrifice for this country so we can live in the freedoms we do and have this day where we gather. And it's the good folks here that make all this possible, and we truly appreciate all the people here at Monument Terrace and the Lynchburg Veterans Council. Just, thankful for you all. And last but not least, I want to, the first tag that'll be going on here is for Major Darren Baldwin. Good friend of mine. He served with 10th Special Forces Group. He was injured by some multiple IEDs in Iraq, 2005, and he battled through his disabilities. Sadly, it got to a point where he couldn't speak himself, but Bianca, his wonderful wife, who's here today to place his tag, who was an inspiration to me and a mentor, who, for better or worse, stuck by his side for 16 years also. Both of them an amazing inspiration. And Darren was on the front of, was it Life Magazine, Time, Newsweek?
It was Newsweek.
Newsweek, yep. As the model soldier for Special Forces. I mean, just an amazing man. And every day we worked out together in physical therapy there in Fayetteville, and he just kept me motivated. And it went both ways. I mean, it was just incredible to be with them, and they're just a light that shined with us the whole time. And that continues to stay with me. It never goes anywhere. That love always stays with us. And, they say you die twice in this world, one time physically, and then the next time when your name's spoken for the last time. So through this memorial, we hope that those names will always be remembered, always spoken, and continue to travel around the world, or the country. It's already been to 160 locations. We have 2 of these flags. One's out in St. Louis that travels out west and continues to bring honor, healing, and educate future generations of the sacrifice made to keep us all free under this one flag. So without further ado, I want to introduce Bianca so she can say a little bit more about Darren. Thank you so much.
Well, good day. So I'm Bianca Baldwin. As James already explained, my late husband was Major Darren Baldwin. He served in Special Forces. He was also a West Point grad. He was hit by back-to-back IEDs in 2005, and he suffered from traumatic brain injury that eventually led to him being completely disabled. He was wheelchair bound, he couldn't walk, he couldn't speak, he couldn't eat. So I became his caregiver over the years. And in December 2021, he passed away. But they only gave him 5 years, so he was like, yeah, well, whatever, I'll show you. He had an amazing spirit, and he's leaving behind quite the legacy. Throughout our 16 years since his injury until he passed, we made so many incredible friends. Like James said, physical therapy, or terrorism as Darren would call it. Yep. We have remained friends, and I was actually kind of, James contacted me. He's like, hey, do you have time on the 22nd? I'm coming from Fayetteville, North Carolina. So I'm like, yeah. So this is such a beautiful way to keep their memories alive and their legacies. It means so much to me, and I told, of course, Darren's mom, they could not be here, for him to be dedicated and added to this amazing memorial. I'm super proud of you, all of you. And as for me, I continue to keep the legacy going on. I thank all you veterans here. I see a lot of Vietnam vets. I always like to give you an extra shout out because you deserve it. And, right? Of course, our first responders, thank you. Our communities would be nothing without you. I know you put your lives on the line every day as well as our service members continue in numerous countries in the world. So thank you for having me. It means the world, and I guess I'm heading over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Veronica. Will everybody join me and give a final slow salute? Present arms.
Monument Affairs Troop Rally, everybody out here in the Lynchburg Area Veterans Council, you've done so much for Veterans and Athletes United, our nonprofit. This is just a small thank you for all the disabled veterans we serve and all those we honor on the flag. But thank you from all of us at VAU and those we serve. Appreciate you.
We will have this displayed in our cool room or warm room, whichever you want to call it, depends on the season. Every Friday, what we do down here is also we face the flag, do the national anthem, and then we close with a prayer, and we'll come back next Friday. The next Friday will be 1,166. Sergeant Major David Cherry.
What? Veteran, patriot, face the flag, bring that home!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, damn! Oh!
Beautiful. Give a big hand. United States Army. Chaplain? Nice flyover we got. Thank you, General, for organizing that. By the way, we got the